Remember, there's some pretty important information here in the disclaimer. You might want to give the video a quick pause and read it.
Oh, hey everybody, it's me, Sonic the Hedgehog. Just here to remind you that if you haven't already, make sure to hit that like button. And for even more amazing customs, don't forget to subscribe to Wake Angel 2001, because between you and me, they're way past cool.
Hey everybody, before the video proper starts, I just wanted to let you know that I've updated my Patreon rewards. It used to be that I wanted to give $10 donators a little minifigure that I would make, but it turns out that that was more than I could chew. It was way more time consuming than I thought to make the minifigures, and it took me so long to actually do them that I kind of lost track. Even now, I have over a dozen minifigures that I've made sitting on a shelf because I've literally forgotten where they're supposed to go. If you're a Patreon supporter who has minifigures waiting, please contact me through my email or by sending me a personal message on Patreon or something, and I will send you those figures because they are just sitting here waiting for their homes. But that is why I'm making a new tier. Instead of a $10 donation, it only requires a $5 donation now, and it's something a lot more attainable for me to do on short notice. You can request a video topic, like I'll make a video on whatever topic you want. Try to keep your requests reasonable, something that I'd actually be able to talk about. I don't know everything about everything, but if you want to see me do something especially for you, then, discuss something that you like, hear my opinions on a thing, then yeah, go ahead and, follow the link to my Patreon in the description as always, and, well, let's get into the whole proper video of what this figure is. Okay, now that that is out of the way, let's get to making the proper commission. This is a figure for Bigboomer101, and it is their fan character, Laura. Yes, Laura. She actually has this little cool 3D model made, and it's really cool. In fact, she actually sent me the 3D model of Laura's head so I could print it. But before we get on to that, Big Boomer actually managed to find a mint on the card Amy Rose figure, which was supposed to be the intended base toy. And like I said before, at this point, these figures are rare and valuable, and I don't want to be responsible for destroying them anymore, so I told her, look, I have some spare parts in my fodder bin that I've been saving up over the years. I'll use those parts, and you don't have to worry about this precious figure being destroyed. You can keep it for your collection, you can put it up on eBay and make a profit off of it by now, let's just keep it. So the parts that I ended up using from my bin were an Amy Rose torso, a pair of Shadow's gloves, Silver's boots, and the arms and legs off of a Tails figure. So yeah, a bunch of spare parts cobbled together into a new figure. I'm still okay doing that. So, damaged Jazzwares figures, that's fine. Let's see. Physical sculpting was actually pretty light for this figure. All I really had to do, aside from cutting off the dress on the Amy body, was sculpting the tail, along with those, bubbly buckle things that go over the top of the boots. The head was, like I said, 3D printed off of a model that Big Boomer provided, and, aside from, the little sculpt you do on the back of the head to clean up the support media scars, there's no real sculpting that goes into this. There is, however, a paint job. She's just kind of like an orange. I'm going to say she's a fox because she does have a pointed tip on the end of her tail that has white fur that's very telling of a fox. And all the body parts are likewise painted. Like I said, once that sculpt is done, she's just a paint job away. I was afraid at first. I was actually quite nervous for a while that a lot of these pegs wouldn't fit into each other because, they come from 4 or 5 different figures. But fortunately, Jazzwares' parts are modular enough that all of the parts went back together again. Ironically, the hardest part was finding a way to drill the neck hole into Laura's head because it was her hair that was the most in the way. It kind of impacted her shoulders. But I was able to put the neck peg in just the right part and just the right angle that she stands naturally and her arms are still able to move, so yay. So that is Laura, and she is a cute little posable fox little figure. Everything's cute, and she's pretty good. Despite the size of her head, she's not top heavy at all because of the lightness of the 3D printed material. And I feel like it's been a while since I've actually been making custom figures by dismantling Jazzwares toys. I know I did the Mephiles figure this earlier, but it has been a while, right? I've been using Mega Constructs and many 3D printed parts, and people have been getting Jack-specific customs lately, so I feel like the era of me making Jazzwares customs out of Jazzwares figures is on the wane. Sort of a decline of the Roman Empire kind of thing. Who knows? Maybe this will end when I burn down the Library of Alexandria, which in this context would be using up the last of the Jazzwares fodder figure parts that I have. Thank you all for watching this video. Consider joining Patreon at the new tier so that we can, if you want to get a video on a specific topic that you're interested in. And we will catch you next time. This is Wake Angel 2001 signing off.